Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, and today, oh boy, you know what? It's going to be not only is it going to be an early stream here, we're actually starting a little bit early. So, everybody, we always try to do it maybe around 8 o'clock or so. Had to get a little started early today because, you know what, Bear's got some stuff to do this evening. People usually ask, Bear, what do you do on a normal day? Usually it's foraging for food, Bears can't actually go out to the... well, we could go out to the supermarket, but man, oh man, the last time Bear tried that, oh, what a mess. Anyways, so a lot of time spent going out foraging for food out there, so gonna have to be doing a little bit of that. So getting started a little bit early, gonna try it out. Hopefully, knock on wood, it works. If not, well, either way, it's gonna be kind of a short stream anyways. We're just kind of wanting to talk about a couple quick things here with you folks. So sit back, enjoy the show. Hello to all the new people out there if you're watching. I do appreciate you here. Like I said, normally do this right around 8 o'clock or so. So, hey, you know what? And everybody else, if you're listening to this on a recorded stream, hey, do appreciate it. Let Bear know maybe in the comments if you like the new time. Maybe we can kind of play around with it a little bit. So either way, let's just go ahead and get right on into it here. I've got a story. Let me see if I can kind of pull that up here. Let me do the thing. Oh, with the thing for the thing, and now I'm out of the... for crying out loud. One of these days, we're going to actually do a professional show. It won't be today, but it will be at some point in the future. There we go. Oh, there I am. Look at me. There we are. All right, let me get to that. And will it do it? All right, there we go. All right, I can't see any of the chat, but that's all right. Sometimes we've got the, Bear actually kind of started out with this other story here. You get the kind of topical, everyday stuff. Usually it's kind of depressing to talk about, or, if it's kind of a bad thing, we try to figure out a humorous way to kind of talk about it. So, had actually this story to kind of look up, talking about the former governor now of New York and what was called the Time's Up movement. Basically, the person in the Time's Up movement was involved with the Andrew Cuomo situation there, so she had to kind of let herself go. So the whole Time's Up movement there, organization, I should say, kind of is a circling the drain there, circling the drain. So what I'll do, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I will. Let me just do this number. And if you will bear with Bear for one moment, I'll just put that in the chat here in the comments, and you can read it on your own. So let me do the thing with the thing and the thing, and hello everybody. But let me just put that in there. So there we go. If you want to check that out, you can. But we're not going to do that. We're actually going to be talking. Let me get back to the thing. Let's see, where did I... sometimes people, I tell you what, Bear gets a little confused sometimes with OBS. Alright, so instead of doing that, we're actually going to do one of the fun stories that Bear saw this week. It warmed Bear's very, very cold heart. The South Park creators aim to buy Casa Bonita restaurant featured on the South Park show. Yes, indeed, and this is the Hollywood Reporter, as it were. Trey Parker and Matt Stone are attempting to become the new owners of Casa Bonita, the beloved Chicago restaurant featured on the show South Park. We want to buy Casa Bonita and treat it right. I feel like it was neglected even before the pandemic. Parker revealed Wednesday to the Hollywood Report. He almost kind of sounds like he's talking about a lady there. I want to buy Casa Bonita, the nicest ring. Treat her right. I feel like she was neglected even before the pandemic there. So, a very nice love affair there. The company that currently owns Casa Bonita, Summit Family Restaurants, filed for Chapter 11 protection in Arizona on April 6th. For the moment, a possible sale is in limbo. Ooh, Bear likes the limbo. Due to an ongoing court proceeding. Parker said, Nonetheless, the South Park co-creators are trying to make a deal work. We're absolutely trying to buy it, Parker says. We're going to do everything we can, and we want to make it right and make it amazing. Yes. Located at 6715 West Koufax Street in Lakewood, the enormous Mexican restaurant, which features an arcade, a cave, a waterfall with cliff divers, among other attractions, opened in 1974. Should the sale occur, Parker says the duo, along with an unidentified Colorado-based restaurateurs, have a big plans for the destination. We started talking about the changes we're going to make, mostly with the food. Parker said, we're going to make some really awesome food. I was already thinking about it. I was going to make Black Bart's Cave a little bit bigger. I don't know, Beer has never been to Casa Bonita, so I don't know if you go into Black Bart's Cave to get something to eat or something like that. I don't know. I think maybe he's combining the two together there. or maybe, you send your kids into Black Bart's Cave and there you go. A beloved childhood restaurant for Parker and Stone, Casa Bonita has received several mentions in South Park and was even the focus of a classic 2003 episode. Casa Bonita was also featured in the 2017 video game South Park The Fractured But Whole as part of the downloadable content. The DLCs, yes. Naturally, if Parker and Stone are successful in their efforts, Casa Bonita will feature a good deal of South Park IP. Parker says, it's just sitting there, it sucks. For a moment, when it was like, Casa Bonita is going to close down, we said, we're going to buy it. And I felt like it was the crowning achievement in my life. Forget basketball, forget the Team America, forget South Park. No. Buying Casa Bonita, that is the crowning achievement in the life there of Trey Parker. According to one local report, Casa Bonita may be on the cusp of reopening after some repairs are completed and a health inspection is passed. You do gotta pass that pesky health inspection. Yes, indeed. The restaurant has been closed since 2020 due to the pandemic. Yeah, it's kind of hard to send your kids into the Black Bart's Cave there, whether or not they're going to get their food there or be eaten. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's really hard to do that, especially if they gotta wear masks and all that sort of stuff. Actually, you know what, Bear? Was trying to link this in somehow, but Bear is trying to come up with something kind of like what they did originally when the whole Woo Flu thing started. They had the hashtag 2 weeks, 2 weeks to slow the spread, as it were. So I think after 18, 20 months of all this craziness, I think maybe it's time to go kind of the opposite way there. So maybe kind of have something like a 2 weeks to, I don't know, reopen, or 2 weeks to get your liberty back or something like that. And, have something in a little bit where it's kind of a little bit of a pushback there. One of the things that Bear was thinking about was all these businesses and whatnot, restaurants, I suppose, other places, they make you wear the mask. They have you, you must wear this mask inside our facility, sir. So, I think maybe a little bit of negotiation should be involved there. So, you can kind of come to the restaurant and say, hey, you know what, I do see the point here of wearing the mask inside your private establishment. You can do that if you wish, but you know what? Let's trade this off. Let's do a trade off here. I will wear the mask, but I am going pantsless. So make the owner of the establishment or the manager there or something like that say, okay, we'll let you in. Or, oh my God, this guy or gal is not wearing any pants. Bear doesn't wear pants, so it's not really, maybe that's why Bear gets kicked out of a lot of places, is, he's not wearing any pants or something. But, yeah, something along those lines. It'd be kind of very interesting to see a bunch of people walking around with masks but no pants on. So that might be interesting. This is a whole side, a whole side thing for Bear. I haven't really thought it through, but there you go. Anyways, one of the great stories there. South Park trying to buy Casa Bonita. There you are. Some fun stuff there. All right, let me get out of this and get back to the thing. With the thing and the thing. All right, let me try to get out of the display capture. I'll get back here to our nice little thumbnail. Actually, no, I need to, I've got some stuff here. Let me just bring that up. I tell you what, people, one of these days, once again, not today. It's not going to be today by any stretch of the imagination, but one of these days we will do a professional show. There we go. All right. So, getting into some kind of updates here. We do this every once in a while. Not necessarily do every single update from every single campaign or something like that, but it's nice to be able to kind of check in, kind of see what's going on. So one of the things that we were talking about, a show or two ago, I think we were actually talking about what was it, 499. And also POD, another good book there as well. So this was actually part of it. If you've got parts of what was called the Narzak 4-pack. So it goes on, it says, Narzak 4-pack. Kind of like that. Narzak 4-pack is about the ship. Hi, everyone. Narwhal has received copies of Impossible Stars, which means that fulfillment of the Narzak excuse me there, the Narzak 4-pack, is about to begin. Thanks, Richard. There we go, and he's got a nice little picture of Impossible Stars there. That's pretty neat, and some nice shoes there. You need to tie your shoes up there, Narwhal. Come on, man. Come on, man. So anyways, you've got nice another little book to look forward to. Actually, Bear did gosh, it's been a while, but a campaign review for Impossible Stars. So if you want, go check that out. I'm not sure if it's in demand or not, but hey, do check it out. Check it out. All right, so that's that one. We had another one here from Downcast. That's right. Clint Stoker talking about let's see, the backup story, Monstro. There we go. I think that actually has to do with the main bad guy there. He's kind of an old-timey underwater diver. So, they've got the really big helmet, and kind of the big suit that he's kind of walking around, chains and all that sort of stuff. Pretty neat villain, I gotta say. it's kind of hard to come up with villains sometimes. So, especially kind of very stark-looking villains. So there you go. Clint's actually got a neat little setup here. Alright, and it says, backup story, which is the Monstro. The 8-page backup story has taken lots of his time and attention over the past 2 weeks. Hashtag 2 weeks. Hashtag mask. Pro mask, no pants. There we go. Alright, the past 2 weeks, Eric is putting the finishing touches on the letters. Ah, that's right, Eric letters too much. And it goes to the print file. We're reading and rereading, pardon me. We are reading and rereading, I should say, the main story for Errors, but at this point things are looking pretty darn good. Realistically, the print file is going to be submitted tomorrow, which I think would be today, or the next day. The next step is proofing, which usually takes a day or two. I cannot wait for you all to read this book. It's so great. There we go. Thanks, Clint. There you go. So, still waiting on, also, what was it? Fatal or Fat L. I don't know how to pronounce that, but still waiting on that. So hopefully they'll be able to. Hopefully it'll be kind of a 1-2 punch here. You get Downcast 3 and also maybe Monstro there as well if it's coming with the book, and then maybe getting Fatal. Hopefully before Christmas. Definitely hope a lot of these comics are coming before Christmas. Definitely. Downcast 3 if Bear is reading this correctly. Alright, let's see, the other one. Where was it here? Ah, yes, there we go. Just a very quick thing from Dan Fraga here. He says, Happy Monday from Fragaboom and Incredible Comics. And he says, I want to thank you all for helping me create the work of my life. And just to make the point, he says, seriously, enjoy. So there you go. Actually, let me see. I've actually got this, let me find it here. Bear with Bear here. As he goes and does the thing with the thing. Yeah, here it is. Let me click off it here. There we go. Click off of that. There we are. There's the photo there. Or the drawing, I guess I should say. There we are. And there I am. I'm just like, there we go. So yeah, some good stuff. I mean, this actually looks like a really good 2-page spread, and Just based on some of the updates in the past, I mean, definitely looking like a great book here. Yes, indeed. All right, so that's that. That's that, and then we'll get back to do the thing with the thing, and then you do the thing. All right, finally, save the I don't know, the worst for last. Definitely a troubled campaign. Some might say cursed even. You never know. We're talking about the sequel to Brand, the comic that took 30 pages to set up its story and then kind of left us hanging for Brand 2, and we're still waiting on what the heck is going on with Brand 2. So, anyways, August update. I don't recall if we ever had a June update. I think we had an update sometime in the past. I think they were talking about showing some artwork, and they never did. So, really don't know what's this. Man, oh man, don't know what's going on with this. Pardon me here. Let's see. He says August update. This is from Antonio Brace. He says, "Hello everyone. My hope was to have the preview ready for everyone to check out. Yes, it's definitely coming, but I have some unfortunate news to share, so I'd rather get that out of the way, and then you guys can reach out to me, and we can discuss things further." Ooh. A few backers have contacted me about Uncle E's Ethan Van Sciver's cover for this project. I did not. Excuse me. I did not have it when we launched, but even when Ethan, but even then, I think he was saying have it when we launched. But even when Ethan agreed to do the cover, I knew it would be some time before he had to be able to actually complete the art. But I expected to have it before we were ready to go to print. These sentences kind of run on, but that's all right. We'll get through it. Let's see. He says, I obviously appeared on his channel and promoted the cover as well. I contacted Ethan directly because some of the messages you guys have been sent to me, and unfortunately, I was trying to figure out if he was blaming the people. Let's see. I contacted Ethan directly because some of the messages you guys have sent me. And unfortunately, he informed me that he's a bit backed up and can no longer do the cover for us. Well, yeah, I mean, you've got Cyberfrog, the toys, let's see, the omnibus, the reprint of Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Yeah, he's got a lot on his plate there. Let's see, more than pies, more than pies. I fully understand what this means. I know this will disappoint most of you. The majority of you ordered Ethan's cover. I spent a few hours speaking with Kanan about the best way to handle the cover, and he wanted to create a new cover, but he's already had 2 covers in our set, and I would also like to have someone create a new cover that you all will be excited about. All of you, excuse me. All of you will also have the option to pick any of the other covers we have available as a replacement. I've contacted a few artists already. Once I narrow that list down, we will be able to go from there. We were about to pick. They were about. Oh, really? What were we doing? We were about to pick production back up shortly. Parts of my conversation with Kanan was coming up with a plan to actually get to the finish line on this book, and I look forward to showing you new pages once they come in. That's it. Feel free to reach out. All of these projects have been learning experiences. I'm sorry, I don't have better news. Antonio. Well, one thing, I mean, I guess you've got to give some credit there for Antonio kind of coming out and saying, hey, look, this is the problem that we have. I bet Beer would have to go and double check. And he's not recommending by any means here, but I don't know if this is still able to get a refund or not. A lot of people, they might not either know too much about the artist. Maybe some of the people kind of came in after Brand came out, so they don't know too much about Brand or anything like that. So they, a lot of times when you have guest cover creators kind of come in, it's a little bit of a way of kind of distributing the risk there. So you've got a person that maybe likes a lot of Ethan Van Sciver stuff, or John Malin, or, take your pick. So you've got maybe a new artist come out and say, hey, we've got this new book coming out. Not a lot of people know about it. Would you mind doing a cover for us? And, a lot of people might not, take the first look at the book and say, oh, that's the book that I want, but maybe they like the cover artist. They might say, yeah, well, I want to have that with my collection of, Uncle E stuff. Maybe you're a big fan of Cyberfrogs. You want to have a cover from Brand, just to kind of complete the Uncle E collection if you're collecting and that sort of deal. So that would be kind of one way that you bring people in to get your comic that might not normally. Not that anything's wrong with Kanan, believe me. Definitely a terrific artist. I would definitely put him up there with Uncle Lee. Definitely some great stuff that Kanan is doing. But again, a lot of people might not know too much about Kanan or Antonio or just basically the project itself. So having this kind of rug pulled out, I suppose. That's going to have a lot of people kind of rushing to the refund desk there to refund a lot of that stuff. Again, not promoting that, not calling for that. It is the big thing actually for Bear wasn't so much the cover was they were going to pick back production shortly. Why did it stop? What was these are the things that uh, aren't really communicated very well. The last, I think, Bear will have to go back and double check, but the last thing, I think it was a couple months ago with Brand 2, they were talking about releasing some artwork just to kind of show the progress that they were doing, but that was like a couple months ago. And here we are, and all of a sudden we're losing out a cover artist. So, again, nothing against Uncle E, nothing against Antonio, obviously nothing against Kanan here, but yeah, that is very kind of disappointing. I'm sure lots of people, gosh, he had, I want to say 5 covers on Brand, the first Brand, if Bear's not mistaken, 5, maybe 6 covers. So yeah, I don't recall how many covers he had on this one. I think it looks like he already had 2 from Kanan plus the Ethan cover. So yeah, it's been a while. Been a while since Bear actually checked in on Brand 2. Kind of one of those things where it's like, we'll get it when we get it. They haven't really kind of promoted this very much, and also the other one. What is it? The one with the guy eating. Dame Drops. Dame Drops. That one. That was kind of an interesting comic there as well. So, anyways, some updates for some campaigns here. Some good. Some not so good there. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come? When they come for you. That's right. That's right. All right. So there we go. There's the updates. Very quickly, just kind of had something. Was asked this. Oh shoot, am I on the? Oh, I'm not even showing anything. I'm sorry, people. There we go. There we go. It definitely helps to see stuff rather than a blank screen there. But anyways, Bear was asked a little while back about comparing. We were doing some of the groundbreaking Comicsgate comic books that have come out. What were some of the groundbreaking ones? Definitely Jawbreakers, Cyberfrog, a couple of others. So yeah, we've got a couple of that stuff taken care of there. But was asked, hey, how would you compare Comicsgate stuff with kind of the more mainstream stuff there? Hey, Rat Boy, good to see you. Good to see you. Not only today, but 367 days of the year. I think that's how many days of the year. I don't know. Bear doesn't keep track of time. But anyways, good to see you here. So, that it's kind of one of those things that's a little bit more kind of arcane for Bear, trying to go and find different stuff from DC or Marvel and comparing that sort of stuff. So, one of the things that was being talked about here lately was the Black Widow movie. Actually, more so the Suicide Squad movie, and basically people are talking about how much it didn't do very well. A little hard to tell because it's streaming at the same time they're showing it in the movie theater, so it's a little hard to kind of figure out, are people staying home just because they don't want to go see the movie, or are they staying home just because they already have it at home through the whatever they're calling it now, HBO Max or whatever it is. So wanted to do a comparison on that, but was having a little bit of trouble finding some of the different how much it lost, how much it was made for, that sort of thing. So I'm going to concentrate a little bit on Black Widow here, but some of the same stuff applies. Different companies, but the same sort of concept applies here. So let me get to that real quick, and let me bring that up and do the thing with the thing, and it would help. It would definitely help if you guys were able to see this, because otherwise, Bear's just talking to himself for no apparent reason. All right, there we go. We'll do that, and we'll do that. All right, so we went to it's a place called thenumbers.com. Not really very don't really know much about this website or anything like that, but had one of the very few places that actually had the amount that it cost to make the movie here. So I scroll down here. That's about the synopsis. There we go. Production budget. I think it's probably a little bit larger than what they're talking about here, just because it got delayed so many times. Ooh. Well, there was some thunder. Holy cow. It's bright and sunny outside. We just had some thunder. I don't know if you guys heard that. It is bright and sunny outside. I don't know where that thunder came from. All right. Where were we? $200 million to make Black Widow. And people said it's kind of the downfall of the Marvel Universe and all that stuff. So it cost $200 million to make. And according to the figures from the numbers, the numbers.com, I'm not sure exactly how reliable this is, but we'll take them at their word here. Excuse me. So the domestic box office, $174 million. There goes that thunder again. Holy cow. Man, oh man. You're sitting here in broad daylight, and all of a sudden it's boom, boom, boom. Okay. anyways. International box office, about the same, $176 million for a worldwide box office of $351 million on a $200 million budget. So they didn't do too bad. Again, I'm not sure about these numbers. Might be a little off, but look, we'll just take it. Pardon me. We'll just take it as is. But the big thing here to look at is the production cost. So $200 million to make a worldwide movie here. All right, so we take that 200. Just keep that in mind, the $200 million here, and we'll go over here to a place called it's called Stock Analysis on Net. There you go. So just basically kind of talks about should you buy this stock, should you sell the stock. If you're a stock person or something like that, you can check it out. Blah blah blah. Goes without saying, do not take financial advice from a bear. That would be, gosh, dang, there goes the thunder. I don't know, might have to wrap this up here pretty quickly. It's about to rain. So I wanted to look at, again, don't take financial advice from a bear here, but we're taking a look at the Disney Corporation here. And what we're taking a look at here is the total debt that the Disney Corporation is carrying. All right, so we've got down here a number of years from 2015 all the way up to 2020, which is the latest stuff. It looks like it comes out in October or late September here. So haven't quite got the numbers for 2021. Some of the stuff in 2019 and 2020, I think we can kind of brush aside just as a comparison. We had the Wu Flu. Disney was trying to buy, what was it, 20th Century Fox at the time. So they brought on a whole lot more debt than they normally would. But just as a comparison here, we're looking down here at this very bottom numbers here. I apologize, people. I know math and bears. You didn't come here for math. We're going to make this very simple. So we're looking at here in millions of dollars. So actually this past year, we were looking at a debt of $58 billion and some change. Oh man. But let's just kind of, in kind of a apples to apples, I suppose, comparison here. Let's just go back to 2018, kind of as the best kind of years to compare. Again, kind of throwing out 2019 and 2020. Oh, we're talking about just only $20 billion. That's all, just $20 billion of debt that the company owes. So, I mean, you can see they still got more and more and more in debt here as time went on. But I don't want to look too much at that number. I want to look at a different number here. If we scale down and we look at, there it is, the interest cost. So, okay, you go and you borrow something. You borrow money for, whatever, and you're trying to get, let's just say $100. You need $100 for something where the bank wants to get a little bit of profit off of that, so they're gonna have a little bit of interest. So at the end of the day, you might have to pay back $110. Let's just say. So you not only have to pay back your debt, you gotta add a little bit to there, to help out the big guy, as it were. So, anyways, we're gonna go to our number here in 2018, and as you see, it's in U.S. millions of dollars, and just the interest payment on the debt here for the Disney Corporation is $807 million. $807 million just on the debt. Just from the previous years, 2017, 2016, 2015, they took on their debt and they got to pay it off there. So they're just paying the interest on the debt as they actually accumulate even more. If you actually look at 2020, I mean, it's $1 billion, just actually almost $2 billion. Almost $2 billion just in interest payments alone. I mean, that's without even, trying to pay off your debt or anything like that. So, we remember the $200 million from the cost of how much it cost to make a Black Widow. So it would take if one of the things that the fandom menace likes to talk about is, they're talking about the MCU and, kind of the decline of the Marvel universe there after Endgame and everything. So they're talking about how much of decline you're talking about here. And one of the things they talk about, Bear doesn't normally do boycotts or anything like that. He will talk about boycotts, definitely buy stuff instead of, going to Black Widow or something like that. So Bear's already doing his part as far as boycotting the Black Widow movie. So didn't really have to do anything different. There you go. So you could have, let's see, what would that be? 4 complete failures of $200 million movies. 4 complete failures just to add up to the interest payment on the debt in 2018. And that would be, let's see, what would that be? That would be about 9 failures. 9 complete failures for 2020 interest payment on the debt. So, we're talking about trying to not go to the movies, or make your blog, make your video about how much you dislike the MCU, or you don't like Black Widow, and you want something different, you want something better, and if we just don't go to this movie, gosh darn it, Disney will see the way, they'll see the light, and maybe kind of turn around and change course, as it were. Well, how do you change course when your debt completely overshadows whatever you're going to lose from 1, 2, 5, 9, 10 films? I mean, you're talking like 3 years of complete failure as far as their movies go, and you wouldn't even come close to what they owe just in the interest on their debt there. So, again, I think that's a little bit of a better way to kind of look at it, rather than trying to say, we're going to organize something not to go to Black Widow, so hopefully, Disney recognizes us fans, and they say, we're not making as much money as we could be making, so we're going to change course. And do something different. Well, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I don't think that's going to happen for a long time, actually. So, unless Disney completely goes bust, which we've talked about here in the past, I do not see the state of Florida letting Disney Corporation go bust. They would hurriedly rush. I mean, you talk about best governor in the whole country. Even he would go rushing up to Washington D.C. to get a bailout for old Walt Disney here. So yeah, I think that's kind of the way to look at it, is instead of trying to boycott a movie or something like that, maybe actually just buy some of the stock and go to the shareholder meeting or something like that, and make your case heard there. That might be a little bit better of an argument than trying to boycott the movie, or just put out a video saying how much How much you're disappointed in everything. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, once again, we've actually got some. Let me click off of this and do the thing with the thing here, so we can see because Bear is trying to figure out if it's actually going to be pouring down rain here any moment here. So, do want to thank Rat Boy for stopping by and everybody else that spent some time here with Bear. We did it a little bit early here today, so let Bear know maybe in the comment section if you liked the earlier show or maybe you like the later show. Maybe it fits better there. So, again, had some stuff that Bear was going to be doing today or this evening, and wanted to give this a shot, see if it worked, and we'll see here. We'll see. Anyways, gotta kind of let it go here a little bit early. Wasn't going to be on long anyways, but the weather. The weather has definitely changed plans for Bear here. So do appreciate everybody. Bear's gonna head back into the woods. So until next time, everybody. Grrrrr.